Surprisingly, Sujata was the second coach that Gemini recommended out of the top five. I don't know if I'm ready for like a big stage public speaking. I was kind of pleasantly surprised at my own self and how I could transform.
Why Sujata?
What was differentiating factor for me with you is how you tackle the foundation. I am getting invited to do some guest lectures at my alma mater university, as well as being asked to do some podcasts. So
Hey everyone, so today we have Rohita who is in the success story interview series with me, and Rohita is one of my students, and today we are gonna have this conversation about her transformation, her journey about public speaking, that how was her entire experience. So Rohita, welcome.
thank you for having me, Sujata. So happy to be here and share my experience with everyone.
Awesome. So Rohita, before we get started, I want you to give a quick short introduction about you, that where do you work, what do you do, what is your profession, and all of that, and then we'll get started.
Of course. Hi everyone, I am Rohita. I am from US. I currently live in San Francisco Bay Area. I work as a senior engineering program manager at Google, and I have been thinking about fine-tuning my public speaking skills. And I happened to be on vacation in India when this thought came to me, and I was looking for a coach, and my first place to go was Gemini. Surprisingly, Sujata was the second coach that Gemini recommended out of the top five. I reached out to her, and rest is history, and I am here sharing my experience with you all.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Rohita. And Rohita, I want to ask you that what kind of communication challenge you were facing before joining my program?
As being in technology, I interact with a lot of different types of stakeholders. I recently also finished my executive MBA at Wharton that was paving the path for me to take bigger stages. But somewhere back in my head, there was this little nagging voice that
Right.
kept telling me that I don't know if I'm ready for like a big stage public speaking. Maybe I need to get some more practice in. Maybe I need to finesse my voice somehow, or like, how do I bring all of these different things together? So I figured it is one thing to know what to do, but another to actually put them into practice.
Right.
And I really needed a coach to correct me where I am doing things wrong. Practicing in front of a mirror can only take you so far. That is where you came in for me, Sujata.
I'm really, really happy. And Rohita, I want to know that while you were struggling with your speaking challenges and doubting yourself and, assuming that maybe I'm not ready for the big platforms and all of that, how has been this journey for you? Well, after you joined the program, what has been your journey until now, and what is the transformation that you have seen until now or right now?
Yeah, Sujata, when I first started your course, or like my naive understanding of like public speaking is, I thought we are going to jump right in and you're going to tell me to do the body language changes, etc. But what was differentiating factor for me with you is how you tackle the foundation, right?
Right.
How you dug deep into confidence and self-esteem. And as someone that's already been pretty successful in my career, I didn't think that I had much to work on, but it is a powerful thing to work on rewriting your narratives
Right.
every single time. So that I think is core foundation, regardless, and just equipping myself with flipping that narrative, whatever comes into your head. Then yes, you move on to your body language, voice modulation, and all of that. I think that combination is your secret sauce, I would say.
Definitely, and I think that that has got a massive result for people and the transformation, because it's all about, it's not just about those hacks and techniques until you're not emotionally out of what you're feeling, your self doubts and your self conversation and lot more. And that's where we really had to dig in about what are your habits, what are your belief patterns, what are you thinking of, and all of that. But what was your first breakthrough moment during this entire session of mine?
I would say the first breakthrough moment was your energy hack, Sujata. This one time, I remember you made me practice, and then you actually made me do some exercises,
Right,
to
right,
shake up my energies. And then I redid the exact same presentation. I was kind of pleasantly surprised at my own self and how I could transform my body language and how I suddenly became more open. My voice was coming from my belly instead of like from my throat. And all of this, it was because of the energy hacks that you made me do right then and there. That kind of helped me really unlock that part of me that was like, oh, I need like hours of practice before, like, a big stage event. No, impromptu speaking is possible, having high energy is possible, being authentic and sounding confident is
right.
all possible. So yeah, that I would say is my breakthrough moment.
Oh wow, oh wow, that's amazing. But I want to know this, Rohita, that what is a shift that you saw in yourself after completing the program of my public speaking?
The biggest shift is there's no longer that voice in my head, Sujata. I'm fully present, and it's okay to take it slow. Taking the pauses, being present, being authentic, and being vulnerable, all while having conversation with your audience. That is my biggest shift and my biggest takeaway.
That's amazing. And you also mentioned me initially, Rohita, that you wanted to start taking up some lectures initially, and you wanted to do more of a speaking gig. Because remember when we were having this conversation, I asked you about your goals, and you told me that, hey, I want to start off with my speaking gig. I want to be invited, but I'm not sure if I'm ready. And I think that you also mentioned that you were getting invited, but you were a little skeptical about it. And I also noticed that now you're invited on platforms to speak. So share me a little bit background and journey about the entire transformation and how the opportunities are opening up for you.
I think when the student is ready, the master appears and the opportunities also appear. So I think by working with you, I've kind of opened it up to the universe that I'm finally ready now. Yes, you're right. Like I am getting invited to do some guest lectures at my alma mater university, as well as being asked to do some podcasts. So super excited and grateful for the opportunities, but even more grateful for you, Sujata, to having me work with me and preparing me for all of this.
That's amazing, and I'm so proud of you that you have been opening doors because it's that if you see right now, it is all your own limiting belief that is stopping you, right? So that's amazing. I'm so proud. And now I want to ask you that why Sujata? I mean, like, what my program? How is my program different than the any other mentors out there, Rohita?
I personally have not worked with a lot of mentors, but I did see quite a few social media videos, etc., Sujata. So the sense that I get is that most folks over index on the tips and tricks and the frameworks,
Right,
but what is most important on top of all of that is your like foundation course, what
correct,
what you actually spend a lot of time on. I think most
right,
part of your course is working in with the students to ensure that the confidence is coming from within. It is not something that like you fake it till you make it, right? So
correct.
that I would say is your most unique
Way of
selling point.
approaching. Right,
Yes, yes.
right. Okay, cool, amazing. And but Rohita, now are people noticing the difference in you in your communication? Are you able to see the difference in yourself during the team meetings or the presentation and Google?
Yes, I would say so. I think the one of my coworkers came up to me and said, "These days I seem to be very calm and sorted," which is another way to say that I am taking more pauses, I am using more
Yes,
gestures to communicate, and like I forget the law's name, but only 7% is actual content and like the
correct,
words that you
correct,
speak.
correct.
93% of it is your body language and your voice modulation. So it is actually true. Folks are noticing that. my communication style has changed for the good.
Wow. And how are you feeling about it now?
I'm feeling amazing, Sujata. I feel like I have unlocked this superpower within me to share my thoughts and my dreams and visions with the world. And I'm looking forward to getting on that big stage now.
That's amazing. I wish you all the best for the same. Rohit, I want to ask you that why should one join public speaking training of mine?
I wish I could send all of my friends and family to you. Everyone, every professional, and independent of whether you are a professional or not, like if you converse with people, it is important to work on this
Right,
skill. Every interaction we have with people we meet in our lives is an opportunity for us to leave a lasting impression, and that can be done by working on public speaking. And especially you, Sujata, I think you have the ability to connect with
right,
your mentees. You have the ability to motivate them, and I've seen your pro speaker sub community as well, right? And you're doing that already for your thousands of students. And yeah, I think you are magical, Sujata. So keep that spark alive and keep giving the world your light.
wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rohita. And I want to ask you a couple of questions before we wrap up. Is that do you have any kind of a success story where you implemented all the learning and it just worked out, and people and you saw the drastic changes in yourself after that?
I would say the last session that I had with you, Sujata, where impromptu, I was able to give a 12-minute
Right,
speech full
right,
of
right.
energy. It was kind of unbelievable for me itself after we wrapped up that I was able to just stand and talk for 12 minutes, have
Mm-hmm.
some frameworks in my head on how to orchestrate
Mm-hmm.
the talk, use LMR technique, use gestures, also
Mm-hmm.
while paying attention to my body language, to my voice modulation,
Wow.
to my posture.
We really worked on everything.
Yes, absolutely. And that last course really was a big aha moment for me that I was able to do this, because I do remember my very first session with you where
Right,
my language was like my body language was closed, and my eyes were actually going down, and there were so many things that were not right. Um, and now I'm pleasantly surprised at like my own growth.
right, right, right. So I remember the entire journey of us, of yours, that how we ended up I mean, like how you were struggling with your confidence, your limiting belief, and then the ROS, you remember, you were super fast at times, and then we had to bring it back, that slow down, and then the tones. I'm really, really happy to see your progress until now, Rohita. But did this transformation impact any other areas of your life beyond work, Rohita?
It's made me a lot more confident, Sujata. Now I'm not afraid to step up and take the mic in any situation, whether that is at a work party or at my kids' school. I just feel prepared for whatever is going to come my way.
That's amazing. I'm so so proud of you, and keep doing, Rohita. Thank you so much. And what do you want to say to people who want to enroll in my coaching program coming time, Rohita?
Just do it. You are never going to regret it. You probably are going to bring more folks to Sujata after this course.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was wonderful conversation. Stay in touch. I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for empowering words to all my people who is gonna look on in this video, see this video coming time and make decision. Thank you, Rohita. Keep doing.
Thank you.